Hey everybody, we're ready for the Chris Rockborn Barrel-Aged Manhattan Cocktail. Next on Whiskey Wisdom.
One, two, many.
Unleash the rebel in you.
Welcome to this edition of Whiskey Wisdom. I'm Shelby Carpenter, and with my guests here, Pamela J. and Chris Rockborn, and we're going to talk about something we did last month, which was really a cool thing, and I can't wait to taste it. We did some barrel-aged cocktails with the American Oak Barrel unit we have right here for Outlaw TV. That's the front of it, and that's who we are too. But we did a great job trying to set this up, and I'm just so anxious, even with the fact we were using some liquor I didn't think was going to be too good. But
yeah, we started off with Old Granddad, 100 proof bottled in bond. Nothing really to write home about, but we're going to see what this little barrel can do to it. I pre-mixed it with some Cochi Torino vermouth, about $12 retail. So the expense for this cocktail situation was rather minimal.
And you weren't here last week.
No,
or last
not
month, actually. You weren't here last month, and
But I'm ready for this.
you don't know much about what's happening here, but we took a bottle of Old
Well, I did
Granddad.
watch the show, so give
well,
me a
that's true,
break.
okay. We took a bottle of Old Granddad 100 bottled in bond and mixed it up in this wonderful cocktail. So I'm gonna let kind of Chris take over and let's see what we can come up with here.
So what I've done is I've chilled 2 martini glasses. We have a clever little display. These are cool for cocktail parties. These are mine. It's a little chiller situation, so it keeps your martini cold, but won't dilute. Once we do our initial mixing, we don't want any dilution after that. I've taken some cinnamon sticks, scraped down a little bit of shavings into the glass. I'm going to take about 3.5 ounces of our mixture. Add that to some small cracked ice. Got some peach bitters I wanted to fire in here. Do a couple dashes of that. It's important to stir Manhattans. You don't want to shake them. You don't want to bruise the drink too much.
That's why I like having my own personal bartender.
Especially one of this level.
We'll see how it goes.
Color looks good.
It does.
Due to the aging process.
And how long has this barrel been aging now, approximately?
That's since the day of the last show.
So it's been 4 weeks,
about
I
4
guess
weeks.
you might
Yeah,
say.
about 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
There you go.
I gotta say, these glasses are
these
so
gla-
cool.
Look at this. They're
I feel real special.
little spaceships.
Oh, it smells.
Fabulous.
Yes, it does. Okay, to your health.
Explain a little bit more how you age this thing or how the process goes.
Well, I blended the vermouth and the whiskey in a separate
Oh, my.
decanter. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I
my.
haven't tried it yet.
Line them up for everybody in the house.
Wow, this is good.
This barrel did that much? Ooh.
Well, you remember what the cocktail was before. We weren't too pleased with just the straight mix at the house.
No, not that I have anything against Old Granddad. It's just not one of my favorites.
This is
And
so
it really,
good.
it really was bitey going down. But this has just changed the whole concept of the way you drink this stuff.
No, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
So go ahead. You were talking about the aging process.
Oh, yeah. I just kind of agitated it daily. Every time I would walk by, I kept it in a place where I traveled near every day, right on my bar. So, yeah, we'll give it a shot.
It is excellent.
The cinnamon on the nose, straight
Yes.
away from the stick.
There's something that adds a bit of class to it.
I haven't ever had it with cinnamon in it. I really like it a lot.
The peach is mild.
That's really interesting.
A little bit of cocoa, a little bit of golden raisin.
And just
That's
smooth.
part and parcel of the vermouth.
So very smooth.
Yeah.
So really, you buy a bottle of whiskey, whether it's your favorite or not, and pour it into this barrel with all the accoutrement.
Sure.
And then let it
Excellent
sit for
use of
thank you.
vocabulary.
And let it sit for a month or 3 weeks or however long you want to do it.
You could go even longer than that. Some restaurants let theirs sit for quite some time.
Pour your own cocktail anytime you want it, and don't have to worry about it. And you said the price is minimal compared to what you would actually go out and.
So,
Well, you're going for a cocktail like this at any
so how
restaurant.
much, you put the whole bottle in here?
I did, yes.
And then how much of the vermouth did you put in there?
Oh, I went 2 to 1. So I did 2 parts bourbon, 1 part vermouth. Actually, just close to the end of the bottle. This is only a 375, so it's half of what the old Granddad was. Granddad was 750.
It's real. I just.
I'm speechless. This is my first time I've ever.
You've ever been speechless?
No.
I'm not sure.
This is the first time I have seen these barrels in restaurants and bars before, but I never really knew what they were there. I thought they were there for just decorative.
Oh yeah, no, they're
I
very.
mean, they are. It can be for decorative, but they are actually usable things that these people use when they're doing their own barrel-aged cocktails
Oh,
at,
quite.
let's say, their restaurant where they have a name for their own stuff.
Sure. Yeah, one of my favorite. I don't know if I'm allowed to name drop restaurants in the Baltimore area.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, drop it.
The Bluebird Cocktail Room. They have a quite extensive barrel program.
One of the bars in my area, Founders, has several. They do their own in-house Manhattan mix in barrels, just like, and it's like this,
Fantastic. Oh, good.
real good.
Cool. I'm glad you guys enjoyed.
So it's a tight seal, right? You haven't had any leakage, so that anybody
I have
wants
not.
to
No,
use
I
this.
agitated. The only reason I removed the cork at the top, or the bung, if you will, is to allow the airflow so that the
Right.
can circulate.
Turn that around a little bit so people can see what that barrel is. That's the kind of barrel they make at American Oak Barrel, and you can get your picture or anything else you want engraved on it to be set in some way on your bar.
It doesn't have to be Outlaw TV.
And it doesn't have to be Outlaw, it could be anything. But it's really something that I enjoy. I might just have to do this. This is great.
Yeah, I'm
It's
really
a good
impressed.
holiday cocktail. You know, you
Yes.
normally associate peach with the spring, but I think it works just as well with the cinnamon flavorings, and it's a good dessert cocktail. You know, post Thanksgiving dinner.
And now
Well, you could certainly put in, if you wanted walnut bitters or whatever bitters you want, and it would
Rhubarb
still
would be fun. Yep.
just as good as this.
Sure.
Maybe
Absolutely.
not regular ones, because I'm not a fan of those. I like flavored ones.
So
I actually prefer not to put the bitters into the mix because that leaves you open to option when you're ready to serve. So I would stir in the bitters rather than lock them into
So
the...
if you knew I preferred walnut bitters, you put walnut in mine, maybe peach and Tom's.
Absolutely.
this is an old granddad barrel-aged cocktail.
Correct.
And it is divine.
Classy.
Barrel-aged Manhattan.
Okay, we'll be back, probably still drinking by the time you come back, but we'll be back after we go get this word about American Oak Barrel. You need to buy one of these, I'm telling you. We'll be right back. Shelby Carpenter here saying thank you to American Oak Barrel Company for giving us a home here on Outlaw TV and making it possible for us to share our tasting experiences with you. These guys specialize in handcrafted oak barrels used for aging spirits, just like the ones we showcase here. Want to make your own spirits? Yeah, they do that too. Their signature Outlaw kits empower you to make your own bourbon, whiskey, scotch, rum, tequila, liqueur, and brandy. All of their products can be personalized with laser engraved precision, and all orders are done in-house, no outsourcing. So if you need it quick, customized, and correct, by far American Oak Barrel has the coolest kegs on the web. Purchase yours today at AmericanOakBarrel.com and tell them Shelby sent you. Thank you, Derek. We're back here at the Drug City Tasting Room here in Dundalk, Maryland, and we hope you enjoyed the show this month. We'd like to remind you to
Unleash the rebel in you.
We'll see you next month.
When I go out, he buys the rounds until I cross the line. Between little old me and the boy in the bottle, he's the kind of guy who goes all night. Yeah, he comes out swinging, he doesn't know his limit. I've got an an evil twin and he's making my decisions. And they say sit down cause you're rocking the boat, but we can't stop here when there's one too many to go.